and she will not really respond, and I'll tell her like that, and she'll say, okay, and she'll get straight to it. That will stop her from going to freaking prison when she gets up there in her adult years, because she knows what structure is. She sees what authority looks like, right? She understands how I treat her mom. She'll see that. And as a young man, and I'm speaking to men, as a young man, being able to have a father in my life, I've seen a lot on how a man should handle things, right? And also, I seen how he treated my mom. So when I seen how he treated her, when they went through arguments and all those things, I learned when I go through that, oh, okay, this is what I probably should do. I watched my dad apologize to my mom right in front of me before. Had a big blow up, and I watched him apologize to her in front of me, right? I watched how he just treated her in just any other situation. And as a child, you calculate, you see. And so what happens is, as you grow up, those things are embedded into you. And if you don't have that, then you go and create that. And now these kids are going along with these other kids and other men who don't know how to be real men. And now here we are in the social media world where they're helping them grow up. What? And they're telling them all the wrong things on social media on how to be a man because they don't have fathers in their life. I don't get it. I don't get how men go out there and have kids and leave them. I got 2 girls, and every day I wake up, I couldn't imagine just being like, man, I ain't seen them in 2, 3, 4 years. I know where they at, but I ain't seen them in years. Shame on you if you are one of those fathers that don't take care of your kids. It's the least you can do. Take responsibility. And I don't even want to hear a man tell me, yeah, man, I ain't even want to have that baby. Did you have sex with her? Did y'all sit down and have sex together? And then y'all decided to do it without a Jimmy? What? Don't tell me that you didn't want to have this baby when y'all was doing this. I'm like, what I look like trying to tell somebody, hey, man, I ain't want to have this baby. They gonna say, okay, but you sat down and had sex with her. So what you want me to do? And then 9 times out of 10, they might be like, well, I got me a kid, so I don't know what you're talking about. Take accountability, my man. Right? Take accountability. If this is a child and you wasn't ready for it, okay, I got you. You wasn't ready for it. But that doesn't mean that you just leave the child. You got to learn along the way. You got to learn the game like everybody else got to learn the game. What? Don't leave these kids. I don't care what you got going on in your life. I don't care. And I've heard some men say, well, I ain't got the money to take care of a kid. I told her I ain't want to have no baby. Then stop having sex then. Because if you ain't got no money and you can't take care of no kids, stop having sex. You don't deserve to have sex no more. You deserve to just go ahead and take care of yourself in the bathroom until you're ready to be a responsible adult. And then when you're ready to be a responsible adult and take care of your children and not leave them, then you can go out there and be with a woman. Until then, you go take care of yourself, man. And stop ruining children's lives. And then we want to talk about all these men and all these women growing up. It's because they don't have any fathers. These children don't have fathers, which means they don't have structure. If they don't have structure, then they can't even move correctly. Social media cannot teach a child who does not have a father. It can't teach that man how to be a real man. It cannot. He has to learn from his father. If I were learning how to be a man from me looking at my phone, I would be a shitty man. What? Because I would be believing all these things I see on social media that change every single week.
Sensational.
But seeing my father is what gave me an idea. This is how a man should move. Okay, he gets up, he goes to work. He comes home, he spends time with family. Okay, he's loving my mom. Okay, I don't see my mom talking about he's cheating on her. Okay, I see how he acts here. He takes us to church. I've seen all of these things. And children mimic as they grow older.
Sensational.
That's it, man. I told y'all I was going to have a lot to say about this particular topic because I know people like this. And I can't respect a man who don't take care of his kids. I do not respect a man who does not take care of his kids. How can I? It's one of the biggest responsibilities you can have as a man. I mean, come on now. It's the biggest responsibility you can have as a man. And you know what's funny about being a father? All you got to do is show up. What? Most of the time you just show up and you figure it out along the way. You figure out your own way on how to do it. But your child needs your presence. Your simple presence is very, very important to the structure of that child and the structure of that house. Because it even is a statistic that shows that a single father raises the child better than a single mother. They're less likely to go to jail, prison, get in trouble, do well in school. That dad can also take care of them because he's financially stable. He has the means to. So that means that and the father also creates the structure. So that means having a father with a mother is tremendous. All right. What? That's all I got to say about that. And I meant what I said. If you ain't taking care of your kids and you got them and you ain't seen them in weeks and years, you're a worthless man. You don't have children and leave them. You're worthless. You heard it straight from Jay Jones' mouth. And if you got a problem with it, come say something to me. I take care of both of my kids. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's challenging. Yes, I want to go and do my own selfish things sometimes. But guess what? I make sure that each and every day I'm taking care of them. They're safe, they're secure, and I am involved in some form or fashion. I let them see what a real man looks like. I let them see how I treat their mother. These are important things that a child needs to see. These are important. And if they don't see that from the father, they're going to learn out in the world, and the world don't have the right guidance and morals to help your daughter know what a real man look like, to help your son know what a real man should do. It's ridiculous, man. So that's what I got to say about that. That's what I got to say about that, man. Man, got me hot, man. You know what? I want to talk about this one because this Trevor Bauer situation, that's his name, Trevor Bauer. Trevor Bauer situation is going to be kind of like the main topic of the show.